Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another edition of the Wrestle Plug. It is time for night two of our WrestleMania preview and predictions. A pre-show. Is it as good? Do you know what? A year ago, I would have said, you'd be better off watching this than the shitty pre-show. But the pre-show is actually really good, and this podcast is fucking garbage, if I'm being real. But that being said, we do have women on it now, and we have diversity. You're the double whammy, aren't you? Which is good news.
I am.
Very good news. I'm Aaron Nix, the Egyptian king of shithousery, as you all know. Joining me, of course, is my delectable partner, one half of the tag team that is, of course, Death Ray. She is known as Athena Ray.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I'm wrestling. Oh my God. All these big muscly men. Oh my God. Night one was a roaring success. Insert edit. Night one was a bit shit, wasn't it? Insert edit. I haven't watched SmackDown yet. Anyway, by the way, we're recording this before SmackDown, which happens in about 4 hours or 3 hours, however long it is. So, apologies if we miss any matches that may not necessarily be announced. We will try and include one that we're pretty certain is going to happen, but we believe that Mr. Orton's opponent will be announced on SmackDown tonight, so we'll probably discuss that at some point. But night one of WrestleMania takes place. Of course, you've met me, you've met my wonderful partner, but you haven't met our two extras. Now, you might have noticed that night one had an extra man. Unfortunately, Roger Sears has to work because his work is bullshit, so he's unfortunately not here for our night two predictions. However, we are joined once again by the lead singer of the New Radicals, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait, sorry, that's the man who puts the wood in Bollywood, Hounslow's finest, the delectable Indian himself. Yes, indeed, Tanvir Verdi, who I've only recently discovered is also half Kenyan.
Hi everyone, I'm so excited to be here.
I don't believe him.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think he's full of shit, personally.
Just
Like,
not
and
proud.
if he is excited to be here, how has he not paid attention to the last fucking 100 podcasts he's been on? This place is fucking awful, ladies and gentlemen.
I
However,
thrive in the disgust.
rounding out the Fatal Four this week, of course, ladies and gentlemen, is the delicious Canadian Destroyer, the Duke of Diabetes, the Maple Leaf Magician, the man with twice as much diabetes as Kenny Omega and 4 times as much promo ability, not to mention
Boom.
when he talks, he doesn't sound like a breathy vagina. Ladies and gentlemen, it is, of course, Kyle Wilkinson.
He's real bad, isn't he? I don't watch that product because I like to watch good shows. But
Oh, God, look out. We're going to get heat for that. Everyone's
good.
going to be hitting a dislike. Dislike on the YouTubes. I don't care.
People just don't
I really
understand.
don't care.
No.
Yeah. And it's a shame because there are so many people in AEW that I absolutely love, people that I've
Oh,
worked with.
100%.
And I'm really happy for them when I get like Josh Alexander's there. Good for you, man. Make him bank. Love you, Josh. Have a great time. Please don't get injured by some fucking straw who doesn't know what they're doing because you're better than that. However, we're talking about WWE. We're talking about WrestleMania. We're talking about WrestleMania Night 2. We've already served up our predictions for Night 1. I have no idea how we did, probably terribly, but nonetheless, we'll total up the scores afterwards and see who is the king of predictions, or queen, as it may very well be. However, Night 2 is loaded up and ready to go. And we start with what is arguably the least interesting street fight in the history of wrestling. Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. I'll go on record as saying I have never cared less, and I love Drew McIntyre. Tanvir, who do you have winning the Sin City street fight?
Drew McIntyre.
All right.
Why?
Cool, that's about it, really. All right,
Yeah,
fair enough. Go,
there's not
Wilson, who you
much
got?
to be added. Drew's been hard carrying this build. Yeah,
Drew's been carrying every build he's been in for the last fucking 4 years, the poor
literally.
bastard.
Yeah.
Carl Wilkinson, who you got?
Drew as well. Like Damian Priest winning the championship last year with cash-in was cool. And then his subsequent title run was a slow decline.
Yeah.
And then I just stopped caring. But
Yeah.
Drew has always been interesting. Like we said on night one, like he carried his rivalry with Punk because Punk was like never there. So like I'm interested for it in the way that it's Drew McIntyre, but I mean this is a Raw main event at best.
Yeah, that's exactly why I don't care, because it feels like something that should be the opener or the middle of Raw. Oh, these two guys are going to kick the shit out of each other with a load of weapons or whatever. And then, yeah, like they're not wrestlers that are renowned for having good gimmick matches either. I know McIntyre had a great Hell in a Cell match, but, like, other than the fact that obviously he's bleeding or stuff, it's not like much of that match could have been done in a normal ring, to be fair. Just happened to have the cell around it. Like, for me, like, neither of these guys are exciting. That being said, the last time I saw Damon Priest in Street Fight, I'm pretty sure it was against Bad Bunny, and that was sick. So, like, but that was Bad Bunny, and it's a totally different environment, totally different character. Tanvir, pay attention. Looks like he's literally falling asleep. Yeah, bottom line is I don't give a shit. Drew McIntyre to win, because if Damien Priest wins, I will turn off.
Yeah.
I think it's Priest as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do.
Daddy
I actually
Drew.
really like Damon Priest.
Jeez, I wonder why that is.
Right. Okay.
Tall. He's
He's tall, he's buff, he's got a very deep voice. You probably want to drink his bathwater, right?
got
No.
long
No?
hair.
No, look at his smile, like, no, my God, we'll be caught dead drinking his bathwater. At least give me a straw, honey. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about this much, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't care.
No.
Drew McIntyre. We've all got Drew
Sorry.
McIntyre, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Happy days. All right, let's move on to something far more interesting. The Fatal 4-Way match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. Not that one, the other one. Bron Breakker defends his championship against Cero Miedo, Pentagon Jr., Finn Balor. Balor Club is ready. And Dominic Mysterio, you little shithouse. Who is walking away as the IC champion, Tanvir?
Braun's not winning, so I'm going for Dominic Mysterio. Reason why I say Braun's not winning is because he's going to be Jay's first challenger to when he wins the belt. That's why I said it plays in the word earlier.
He should win as well.
Yeah.
He's so much better suited to be a world champion right now. I think he's perfect. I think he's ready. I do. I think he's pretty much ready. Even his promos are good. They just need to let him fire a bit more. But yeah, that's not a bad pick. So you got Dominic Mysterio winning. Carl Wilkinson, who you got for the IC title?
I think I'd like to see Penta win it. I think he's done really well since he came in. They keep changing his entrance and giving him more fire.
Fucking sick.
More spinning shit. More Catherine wheels.
It's so good. The only thing I need is Carlito to get murdered by a spear again.
Oh, poor Carlito, man.
I need
the
someone
greatest spear of all time.
I need someone literally speared out of their boots.
It's got to be Dominic Mysterio then. Getting speared.
I think he'd probably do it the best.
Yeah.
I still think the best spear is the one on I Show Speed at the Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
Fucking murdered that poor bastard. It's funnier as well because he's not a worker. And Bron was like, I'm gonna fuck you up, bitch. Walking into my world, walking around with your Twitch streams. I'll give you something to stream about, you little fucking prick. Have some of this. Yeah, I don't really care. I actually am quite excited about all of them winning. Like, if any of them won, I'd be like, awesome. It's nice to actually watch a match like that. For me, I would like to see, I don't know, just because he hasn't really had the best luck in the world, I'll maybe Finn Balor, just to be nice. I quite like Finn Balor right now. I'm quite enjoying his work. I'm enjoying his shithousery. I think they're going to separate him from Judgment Day. But I think what's probably going to happen is Dominic Mysterio is going to win. Balor's going to fucking be like, fuck you. He's going to probably get kicked out, and then his redemption will be beating Dominic Mysterio for the IC title and, becoming a king of the mid-carders again. And probably that's how I see it going, at least anyway. But I'll say Finn Balor just because I think it'll be a nice moment. We all want Penta to win, but I think that they're probably waiting to put him with Rey Fenix at some point. I personally don't want them to pull the trigger on that. I want them to have them fight each other first, then tag up. But I think they'll probably just wet their pants because they're desperate for it. That being said, WWE is very clever with its storytelling. It's a lot more, story-driven, and they're quite happy to make their long-term storytelling count. We've seen that with the Bloodline stuff. That's been going on for fucking what feels like years now. Athena Ray, who you got in the IC title match?
Honestly, I'd be happy with any of them.
Yeah?
Yeah. But if I had to pick one, Dominic Mysterio.
Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah. I kind of agree with you on that whole storyline with him and Finn. I think that'd be a pretty good storyline as well. But I love Finn Balor as well, and I'd love to see him win. So, but to be honest, I think any of them could do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know he's out, but instead of Finn, what if JD McDonough comes back?
Well, I mean, he's not in this match, so it doesn't really matter much at the
I know,
moment.
but because of Judgment Day and everything, do you see like JD McDonough v Dominic Mysterio down the line? And
I
maybe
think it might be cool if if JD McDonough and Finn Balor separate themselves and become like this really cool Irish tag team. That'd be sick. They could win the tag titles as well, which would be awesome because I don't care if the War Raiders or the New Day are tag team champions. I'd care far more about Balor and McDonough winning them. Especially as they're, especially JD McDonough, somebody who I've spent time with. Tanvir ruining the continuity of this podcast, just randomly standing up and walking around his room, looking like a fucking refresher's blur, the little shithouse. But yeah, we've all got some picks. You've got Dominic Mysterio. Carl Wilkinson's got Penta. That's what you'd like to see at least. I've got Finn Balor, and Tanvir, of course, has Dominic Mysterio because he likes annoying brown things. It is what it is. All right, well, that's the IC title wrapped up with. And of course, nobody gives a shit about the Sin City Street fight. I'll tell you what I give a shit about. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. That's what I give a shit about. Oh, baby. It's going to fucking slap. It's literally like the king of the flyers, the all-time great flyer versus, the arrogant upstart flyer who can do everything else. It really does feel like... It feels kind of like has anyone seen the movie Rush, which is based on the Formula One rivalry between I think is it James Hunt, I think, and I've forgotten his name now. Fucking damn it, terrible. Basically, the whole point is it feels like this kind of like old school, all-time, world-class, multiple-time champion. It very much in the way of like when Michael Schumacher came in Formula One with Ayrton Senna. It's this thing of like, this guy is definitely going to end up being like this guy in the future. And, he's trying, it's kind of like the old dog holding onto his yard in a lot of ways. And I like that. It's very, very cool. And I also think from an athletic standpoint, they're going to fucking kill it. Logan Paul's obviously going to win because there's no reason for him to face AJ Styles, who is an aging mid-carder, albeit probably still one of the all-time greatest. But that being said, I'm excited for the match. Who do you think's winning?
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. Excellent. Excited for it?
I am actually.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for this match.
Yeah, I think Spotfest is going to be.
Oh, it's going to be a spot fest.
Yeah. I think it's going to have like a crazy. You remember like when Ricochet and Logan Paul met in the middle of that crazy spring? Well, I think they're going to do something bonkers like that in this match as well. Carl Wilkinson, I know you're not a big fan of Logan Paul, and obviously I'm assuming you want AJ Styles to win desperately.
I mean, I definitely do. I know AJ doesn't have a lot of time left. I know, like in interviews and stuff, he's talked about retirement in like the next couple years. So if he's gonna put someone over, I guess now is the time. I don't know if I can bring myself to say the words. But yeah, Logan Paul probably wins. That hurt. Don't make me say that again.
All right, Tanvir, save him from his own depression.
I'm gonna be different and go for AJ Styles because I like the carrying cross of it, of him telling AJ of like, if you lose, you don't just lose, all of us lose because you need to win this. Of like,
but nobody cares about carrying cross. There's the big problem there.
I still got AJ winning. I've still got AJ winning.
COVID-19 is more over than carrying cross at this point.
Woof.
So, it hurts me to say it. Me and Steve used to fucking rage about how much we loved him when he was in TNA, and now it's just like, who gives a shit?
Even his NXT run.
Yeah, I look forward to laughing at Tanvir when he's wrong on tonight.
Right,
2 nights time. So you're right. You're wrong. You're just wrong. All right, arguably the hottest match in the history of WrestleMania. Oh my fucking God. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. The World WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Oh, mama. Versus, speaking of mommy energy, good Lord Almighty, Meaty Bailey. Suit you, man. And Lyra Valkyria, who, by the way, is so hot. Yeah, these 4 delectably delicious women are all, by the way, excellent wrestlers, which is great. Yes, they. I like how you're like, yes, they are. Don't forget that they're talented women, mate. Come on, like I mean, it says a lot when Raquel Rodriguez is the least interesting person in a matchup and is still amazing. So that tells you everything you need to know. Obviously, women's wrestling, great chance to learn from you here again. But also, I'm very keen to know whether you feel like they've chosen the correct people to face Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez for the women's tag team titles.
Yeah, I think they have.
Yeah,
I mean,
not
Bailey's
Natalia and Maxine.
come on, man. No way. Bless him.
What about the submission sorority lot, whatever they're called?
Oh, Shayna Baszler and Zoe
What are they
Stark.
called? The Catch Club Extraordinaires.
Fucking,
I
I can't remember what they're fucking called. Something bullshit. Yeah, I'm actually excited that the women's tag title's actually been defended on a WrestleMania, to be honest, more than anything. And yeah, Bailey and Lyra, I think they're a great pairing. Bailey's obviously a veteran. She's been in the biz a long time. And someone like with Lyra, she's just sort of come into the main roster. She's the IC champion for the women. So I think it's just a really great opportunity for Lyra to get out there and showcase abilities, because I think she's absolutely fantastic.
She's a great wrestler.
She's a great
I think
wrestler.
the only thing she struggles with is like Liv and Bailey have that, that charisma, that sort of world championship defining personality. Lyra's quite quiet. Yeah, do you think that's why she's with her?
I think that's why she's with her, yeah. And just Bailey is just mommy.
Yeah, she's pretty lame, isn't she?
No, I think they're both amazing, fantastic wrestlers. And obviously Liv and Raquel have had a really good tag run, I think.
You used to hate Liv Morgan, didn't you?
I never used to hate her.
Yeah, you just hated the fact that I used to first over her.
Yeah.
Well before I met you. Well before. Tam will tell you, this is like there's a history in the podcast. Like Liv Morgan is bae. Yeah, real, legit. Like, I've been, do you know what? I'm proud of the fact I've started. When everyone else was like, oh, Liv Morgan, shit, she can't well. I was like, yo, she's going to be a champion. Everyone's like, shut up, mate, you know what you're talking about. And now she's like, arguably one of the biggest stars in women's wrestling in the world. Like, and I'm just like, ha ha ha. And all her matches are actually good now as well. Yeah, she's worked hard to be taken seriously as a credible wrestler. Still, plus, come on, the Mona Lisa tribute was fucking incredible.
That. Yeah.
Like, just amazing. Like, just so fucking cool. Yeah. Do you think they retain the tag titles though? Yeah? Think they continue? Obviously, historically, the only 3-time women's tag team champions as well.
I think that will keep going for a while, keep it strong.
Yeah.
And then when the time's right, they'll crown new champions. But
who the fuck takes them off them then? You ain't got any credit. You haven't really got any credible women's tag teams, have you? Like,
since they lost,
even Raquel and Liv, like they still feel like two singles. Like they're like Sheamus and Cesaro in the sense of they've done a great job of turning two singles into a tag. It feels like a tag now, but it's taken a while to get there. Do we see the return of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross as part of the White Six? Maybe take them off them, and that's the way to go.
Yeah, I think that would be a pretty good.
Although Alexa Bliss doesn't seem like she's interested in coming back, from what I can tell.
Really?
She just had a little run, and then from what I'm hearing on the dirt, she's not happy. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't know whether that means anything or not. You tell me. Dave Meltzer's full of shit, so I don't fucking know. Like, he talks so much bollocks, it's unreal. Carl Wilkinson, obviously, you're a man of culture like myself. Obviously, I'm going with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. That's unacceptable. Although, obviously, I've seen Lyra Valkyria live. I've been quite close to matches that she's been in when I saw her at OTT, and I went over to see the Irish School of Wrestling. She's just a lovely human being, a magnificent wrestler. So I just want her to do well, because sometimes she has matches that can be a little botchy. Not always her fault. When you're stuck in a ring with Nia Jax, you're not going to have the worldie, are you? Let's be honest. Especially when she sits on your face. But, I mean, some people pay for that courtesy. Like, hi, Liv, how you doing? Yeah, bottom line is women's tag team champions. Yeah. So I'm not changing my disposition on the podcast just because I'm fucking practically married now. Liv Morgan is still bae. And you would literally just go, what did you say when you mentioned Bailey?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, exactly. Shut your face. We're all out to first over people that we're never going to see. Plus, every time LA Knight comes on the screen, this one starts sweating. It's ridiculous, literally, mate. I can smell you from the canal. Funny. Anyway, Carl Wilkinson, who do you have in the women's tag team championship match?
I'm gonna say Liv and Raquel as well, because they're like an actual defined tag team, and I don't like two single stars being thrown together just because I don't have anyone else, and one of those stars being the inaugural women's intercontinental champion. And that title's not being defended because why? Oh, right, because they hate women.
Yeah, how can you find room for fucking Drew McIntyre versus Damon Priest and War Raiders versus New Day, but you can't find room for Lyra Valkyria to defend, or Chelsea Green for that matter, who is so over, by the way, it's bonkers. I guarantee she's going to be all over SmackDown tonight. I have heard that Chelsea Green might be the host of WrestleMania, so that would be something at least.
Yeah,
that's something, but she deserves so much better.
Yeah, she's working hard, big character, and also her match is actually pretty decent now. Like, yeah, I really like the women's division. Yeah, I'm a bit disappointed, but Tanvir, who you got? You rounding out the? Are you making it?
I've got Liv and Raquel. Yeah, Liv and Raquel. Because just if it was Bailey and say a different partner, then maybe. But because it's Lyra and she's the Intercontinental champ, yeah.
Yeah, they're not very keen on double champs, and if and when they are, they just take the other belt off of immediately. Stephanie Verkehr, Bundesliga alert. So you know, yeah, that's that as a woman. So yeah, bottom line is, yeah. I mean, you know, I just want it to be good. I just want it to be good because historically, women's tag team matches tend to be a bit shit at WrestleMania. And to be fair, like the women's tag team match at Elimination Chamber was pretty fucking shit as well. I thought. You know, I know Trish Stratus, it was kind of like, hey, how cool is it? Trish is back. But I thought, yeah, you know, Nia Jax and Candice LeRae didn't exactly inspire me as opponents to Trish and Tiffany. So, yeah, it is what it is. Speaking of women's wrestling, I mean, look at these boys. They all look fucking miserable, don't they? They're calling them in.
I'm messaging in the Russell Plug group chat because we've got a flipping Steve-O asking if he can jump in.
Oh, what a fucking goob. Well, they'll have to wait until the end then, won't he? Because we're almost done here. Unlucky, Steve-O. Tell him that we'll be done in 5 minutes and we'll send him an invite and he can jump in. Yeah, bottom line is women, good. That's all I got for you. Women are good.
I mean,
women's wrestling be very good now.
Women's are good.
Women's are good according to I forgot what that fucking company. So what was it? Phoenix Wrestling Championship.
Yeah, Phoenix Wrestling.
Another Phoenix. I was like, Jesus, let it fucking. I've worked for 2 of them. I can't work for all of them. Christ. Or maybe I can. Anyway,
when the rise from the ashes.
Indeed. All right, that leaves just 2 matches officially for WrestleMania. However, we do have the Randy Orton Open Challenge, allegedly. SmackDown tonight is going to unveil his opponent. Now, apparently, Nick Aldis was suggested, or at least Randy Orton said, why don't you lace up the boots and face me yourself, which I would have popped hard for. I still want to see Adam Pearce versus Nick Aldis. I really want They're both jacked. I know they can both work. Yeah. So I'm like, plus Nick Aldis, come on, Britain.
You want to see 2 former NWA World Heavyweight Champions have a wrestle?
Exactly. Like, and also, like, Adam Pearce was like the king of Ring of Honor for so long, and you know, fucking Nick Aldis was like the man in TNA. It was fucking actually awesome to see these 2 guys. They should have had a Mania match. It would have been fucking awesome.
I mean,
who's facing Randy Orton? A lot of people are saying Miro or Aleister Black.
I mean, it doesn't matter who it is. They're probably just going to lose to Randy anyway. So what difference does it make?
Yeah, see, I'm worried. I don't want to throw those guys out there and then have them lose because then it's like, thanks for unless Orton's willing to do the job, in which case, awesome. Because that really tell you what, if you come in as Aleister Black, you come back and you knock out Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
That's why I don't think
that's big deal. That's the thing, because the thing is, you've got Mania, and then because he's being plastered all over the promotion because it's a hometown, Backlash. So I mean, if it's Aleister or Malachi Black, have him win at Mania, but then can take the loss at Backlash because it's Randy's hometown.
Yeah. Well, I think Orton's probably going to face the winner of the main event at Backlash. Seems to make sense for me. Why not? Like, it's probably one of the last times Orton's going to have a chance to be the big star in his hometown. Why wouldn't you have him face the winner of Cody or Cena, which, you know, I've got my suggestions on anyway. So who does he face? If it's not going to be a surprise, I think it's going to be Sami Zayn.
I'd love to see that as long as Sammy's body is okay because he went through hell at Elimination Chamber.
Not as bad as Kevin Owens by the sounds of it, who apparently went out there with the potential to be paralyzed and decided to do. And then I'm thinking of the ladder match though at Royal Rumble, and I'm thinking,
the
what
Alabama
were you
Slam where
doing?
Kevin should have died.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, and you have a bad neck too. Fuck off.
And then
Jesus. Like,
the craziest thing, and this puts wrestling in the best sense, was that he even said of like, oh, it wasn't any of those two that done the injury. It was one of his singles matches in January, which was either Ray or Jimmy, which is insane.
you were about to say something then.
Yeah, I think like forgetting about Ray Phoenix.
Oh.
That's
Yeah, no.
that's a
No.
really
I
good
think
shout, though.
too
That's
much of a
a
styles
really
clash.
good shout.
I don't think Orton can hang with Ray. I think Orton would be like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Although the RKO would be bonkers.
I don't know.
I think
I'm
Ray
just
Phoenix
thinking
can make an
outside the
RKO
box.
look like a
I
million
also
bucks.
think, well, Ray Phoenix has had one match, two matches maybe since he came. All right, like, bit shit to throw him out there against Orton at Mania and lose. Like,
That's true.
you know.
I don't know who else it could be though, other than Sami Zayn if he's well enough.
I think Sami Zayn is the pick. That's who I've got,
That's-
Sami Zayn.
Because they're announcing it tonight and he's leaving the company tomorrow, I really wanted to fucking say Jeff Cobb.
That would be hilarious, but not a chance.
Because he's leaving New Japan tomorrow, and then it's like, well, he could get the flight in time, but it's like, nah, Cobb's not a big enough name. As cool a match as Jeff Cobb v Randy
Jeff
Orton
Cobb?
would be.
Good worker. Yeah, and
Well,
also
apparently-
he's wait. Jeff Cobb's too much of an indie guy. Like, he's not a big enough name to face Orton. He's just not. I love
apparently-
Jeff, but you know,
Fucking
come
to
on.
death.
Apparently, Naito is leaving New Japan as well, which is
Naito
crazy.
is leaving on May 4th, yeah.
Yeah, but he's definitely going to be in AEW, I reckon. I
Oh,
just
Fuck
don't see
no,
him.
man.
He's not going to go to
Naito-
WWE. Not a chance.
I think Naito's just freelancing, because no way is he going to go to AEW.
But
Nah, I don't know. Well, if the
Yeah.
money's big enough, he probably would.
He might just
But
be doing
Okada's
more-
proven you can make good money there and be relatively entertaining. Although he's not a big star, is he? Sadly, because the Jackson brothers are a pair of fucking children. So I don't know.
I think I'll say Miro. I think, or
Yeah.
Rusev, whatever you want to call him. I think that'd be fun. Because
If he comes out with a tank, I'll lose my shit.
Because I
He must
loved
have a
Rusev back
tank.
in the day. Like Rusev Day was awesome. They never capitalized on it. Then he went to AEW. He was hanging out with fucking I don't even remember who
Buck
he was hanging out
Taylor.
with.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the butler, Buck Taylor,
Yeah,
that was terrible.
And he was like the video game guy. I'm like, oh, I'm a video
Oh.
game guy. That's cool.
And then he's the best man.
Yeah, and then he was TNT champion, I think, for 4 minutes. I don't know. I don't watch the product; it sucks. And then
I'm trying to think if there's
And then he was just
anyone
gone.
from TNA.
Randy Orton and Moose. Let's do Randy Orton and Moose. They won't do Randy Orton.
What's up, Machka? I actually will pop if he comes out with a fucking Russian tank and everything, and he's like, yeah,
He's banging
Fires
Lana in the
fucking-
tank again.
He needs to fire a shell at Randy Orton at the ring. Like, he needs to actually open fire on the ring. I'll be like, oh, fucking Russia is here, baby. Like, full on, like, just shouts, Forza Ukraine! Just fucking starts
Oh
annihilating.
my god!
Zelensky, this motherfucker! Can you imagine it? The heat he'd get would be astronomical, even though he's Bulgarian. Yeah, it all used to be Russia. Grow up. It's all about the USSR, baby. It's really not. We don't like Russia very much. But I am basically fucking laying down my loyalty to Vlad early just before he starts rolling in here and kicks our ass. Anyway, it's China you want to watch out for, mate. They're dodgy. You know what I say? Britain first. Britain first. Obviously. By the way, for anyone listening to this thinking, what racist piece of shit? I'm being ironic, you fucking idiots. Like, I would never support Russia or any kind of bullshit fucking republic with no democracy whatsoever.
America.
Yeah. I just love how Canada are always just like sniping at America. It will never end. I love it. I love it. Do you know what? I'd never get over that South Park episode where the Canadians sat on the wall and they're like, let us in. And he's like, we don't want you coming in here and raping our women and touching all our shit, buddy. He's like refusing to let Americans in Canada. Fucking hilarious. I love it. Yeah. All right,
It's
Rusev
real.
then. Fuck it. Rusev will be a good pick. That leaves two matches. Obviously, two very main event worthy matches. Unfortunately, there could only be one. Sadly, it is not the women's triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. It will, of course, be Io Sky defending her title against Bianca Belair and this one's personal bathwater specialist, Rhea Ripley. Like, I've never met anyone who loves Rhea Ripley as much as this one. Understandably so. That is one thick mommy. She is a beast. So yeah, Carl Wilkinson, I want to ask you because obviously you big fan of Japanese wrestling in particular, Japanese women's wrestling. Not just because they're hot, he actually does like them as wrestlers as well.
It's true.
Io Sky, obviously, the problem with this build-up has been kind of like Io Sky's been a bit of a bitch until recently. Do you think it's okay? Do you think that actually they built it well because now people are like, I kind of feel sorry for Io Sky. I hope she whips their asses because she's been so woefully misguided.
It's 100% justified because Bianca and Rhea are just like arguing with each other. They're like, face wash her, push her out of the way. And she's like, bitch, I'm the champion. Like, you will respect me. I'm going to drop kick you in the back of the head and look great doing it. And if she loses, I'm going to be really upset. So I'm choosing Io Sky.
What do we think about Adam Pearce staring at her ass, allegedly?
We all did. Shut up.
Yeah. Have you not seen it? So you know when she springboards and she's got those very short shorts on, there's a bit where she gets in the ring and does her pose, and Adam Pearce is like clocked. He sort of looks down briefly, goes, and I'm just like, but he could have literally just been looking at her and gone, yeah, cool. But you know what the internet's like? They're like, Adam Pearce is a fucking, he's a pervert, is what he is. Yeah, because if Io Sky bent over in front of me, I'd be like, oh, can you not? Unacceptable. Jesus, I'm only a human being, for the love of Christ.
Close my eyes, turn
Would
away.
you not stare at her ass? Yeah, exactly. There you go. There you go. See, woman says, suck my balls, internet. It's probably anyway. They're all looking for feet pictures anyway, so they don't care. Yeah, I personally think Io Sky retains the title because otherwise, what was the fucking
I
point?
completely agree.
Like, why would they put the belt on her so close to me? Because when she went up against Rhea and actually won, I'm like, the fuck? What? Really?
Yeah, same.
Fuck
We were all a bit like, fuck yeah, I was excited to be honest. Because I thought, oh, it's a foregone conclusion. Rhea's not going to
100%.
lose. But I do think that they could have done more for Rhea Ripley. It was almost like, shit, we don't want Charlotte Flair versus, well, we're not going to do that. So fuck, what do we do? Have her drop the belt and then fucking be in the match anyway. And like, I got to be honest, I've not enjoyed the build as much as I would have liked. I think it's been a bit scatty. The women have gotten over it because they're good stars, whereas Tiffany and Charlotte have crumbled under the pressure of a bad build. These three have done their best with it, but I still think it's a bit like Rhea Ripley still, obviously I love Rhea Ripley. She has to be in this match. She's amazing. But she comes across as a bit of a dickhead in this rivalry because she's like, oh, I lost the belt. Oh, I deserve the fucking belt though, so I want a match anyway. I'm taking the contract. Nah, 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 nah. It's all very childish bullshit that I would not expect from someone who is quite literally a tank who could handle her shit against most of the men. She should be more graceful as a fucking face than what she is. But they're kind of trying to pass her off almost like a gothic Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, I'll just come out and do whatever the fuck I want. But for me, she just comes across as a bit of a petty heel, and obviously Bianca's not over as much because she's kind of being a catty bitch, constantly shoving Io in the face and disrespecting her. Both of them are doing it though, so they both come across as, for me, Io Sky comes across as a raging babyface, and I'm like, I hope she whips your ass because you're both ungrateful bitches. Come on, Io. That's how I feel.
Love to hear it.
So yeah, so it's clean sweep for Io Sky, I believe, at WrestleMania. Yeah. There we go. Everyone wants Io Sky to win. There you go. Says a lot. Who would have thought if you put Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley in there that we'd want the other person to win? Because we both love all three of them, but Io Sky is fucking amazing. She's also just freaking adorable. Just a wonderful human being.
I love it when she does this.
Yeah, she's fucking hilarious.
She's so happy all the time.
Yeah, she's fantastic. She really is. It'd be quite cool. Interesting to see because Kairi Sane's pretty much good to go. So it'd be interesting to see if they, maybe she's going to come back and face her. That'd be fucking cool. Get that fucking rivalry into my veins.
Give me a triple threat with Asuka too.
Do Do you remember years ago on NXT where they briefly teased Kyrie and Io and they were both doing the Japanese anime kind of look at each other like, and I was just like, oh my God. It was when they were doing the rivalry thing where
Yeah.
NXT did a crossover because of the Saudi bullshit and fucking they were just invaded NXT and Io and Kyrie just locked eyes for a minute. The whole place was like, and like everyone was freaking out because they
All you
wanted
get's
it badly.
the Metal Gear Solid detected sound.
Yeah, literally. Like, give me that. Give me that because it's fucking sick. Yeah, no, it should be a good match as well. I'm really looking forward to that match. That women's match, I personally think they're going to absolutely dwarf what Charlotte Flair and Tiffany Stratton do. Yeah,
I think that'll be women's match of the night for sure, if not match of the night. Full stop.
yeah. They just need to coordinate their spots well because there has been quite a few times I've noticed in their matches where there's been some botches because the Sky is a little bit too fast for them. And then Bianca's kind of trying to keep up with us. Bianca's like a really good spot monkey, but she doesn't need to be. She's really good at just being a great super athlete, super proper wrestler. So I want her to kind of be like, no, I'm going to wrestle my style and then incorporate your shit instead of being like, fuck it, let's go full rapid 20-minute Stardom Indies. Like, just relax, let it breathe, have a good, entertaining match, and it'll be amazing. And of course, rounding out WrestleMania is the main event to end all main events in many people's estimation. The modern day WWE World Heavyweight Championship icon, the WWE champion Cody Rhodes defends against John fucking Cena as a heel. Bonkers, absolutely bonkers. Carl Wilkinson, does Cody Rhodes overcome the biggest obstacle yet? Or does John Cena get his record-breaking 17th championship and walk off into the sunset as WWE champion?
You're goddamn right he does. Cena's getting 17, baby. Oh, people are going to lose their minds. But no, it has to happen. Like, I love Cody Rhodes. He's put this company on his back for the last 3 years. And like he's held the belt for a full year. Like that's great. But even if it doesn't make storyline sense, I want to see it anyway because it's going to be so funny. People are going to lose their mind. And I'm here for it.
So you basically want John Cena to win based on the fact that it'll trigger the internet.
Yes. I want the IWC to have a collective aneurysm.
Fair enough. I mean, I already feel like I'm going to have an aneurysm from day to day. So, this will be an interest. I know, right? It is what it is. It is what it is. Tanvir, who's winning the WWE Championship? Who's leaving WrestleMania as the king of the promotion?
It's got to be Cena, right? It's kind of has to be Cena because I think obviously you're going to have The Rock and bloody Travis Scott appear as well with Cena.
Yeah, what the fuck? The Rock has not been seen since John Cena turned heel.
Literally.
So you're gonna have
Cena's barely been seen since Cena turned heel.
Exactly.
Yeah. A couple of good promos though, to be fair. His promos are really good.
I mean, there's that, but then on Cody's side, and because he has been spotted as well, are we gonna have My Way start playing and have a Rock Austin stare down? As is Austin
gonna? Well, I don't think they're actually going to play My Way, surely.
No, they're not. But are they gonna?
They should.
They should.
Great tune.
Is Austin gonna come out for the save for Cody? Question.
Oh yeah, there has been hints about that, hasn't there?
Yeah,
he's in Vegas. He was on a panel today.
Is he? Yeah. Interesting. I mean, it's got to be big, hasn't it? It's got to be a big deal. If Cena goes over, then it's got to be someone's got to cost Cody, maybe. Or does he just lose outright to what he's considered the greatest modern champion of all time? Maybe we just get a clean matchup. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on because the thing with Cena is like, I don't think he's going to wrestle much different than how he normally wrestles. He's not going to be like, ref, look over there, kick him in the dick. I just don't see him doing that for the whole match and being snide and being different like so many guys do. So I do think Cena wins because it would help Cody Rhodes still get over as the sympathetic babyface. Because if you overcome Roman Reigns' 4-year run and knock him off at Mania, then the following year knock off the greatest modern champion in the history of the company, there's nowhere else to go. Unless you're going to drag The Undertaker out of retirement to come out and face him, which isn't going to happen. So it's that thing of like, then I'm like, well, I've seen you do everything. Whereas if he loses to Cena, I'm like, fuck, I want Cody to get back to the top of the mountain. Fuck you, Cena. And then with Cena obviously not officially retiring until technically the end of the year, SummerSlam seems like the best bet for Cody to get it back. And then
Just
maybe Cena can be like, you know what, fair enough, and he can come out and say, actually, when it was all said and done, you proved yourself to be the guy who does belong in the position that I held for so long, and he can kind of shake his hand and ride off into the sunset, and it's perfect, isn't it?
because I reckon you have Cena win, and then it'll be like his championship defenses will be essentially his greatest hits. So he'll probably face Randy, face Punk, face AJ. So gutted, and I know Kyle's gutted. I think we all are. Kevin
Kevin
Owens with John Cena probably would have happened as well, but
I don't know. I mean, is it his greatest hits? Is Kevin Owens one of his greatest hits? But when you look back at it, I don't see Kevin Owens as one of John Cena's greatest rivals. I
I
just
mean,
don't.
like AJ Punk and Randy are like by
Orton is like number one by
yeah.
some margin, just because of the
Obviously.
sheer fucking volume of matches they had.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. At least this time, this has been the first time ever that Cena is the fucking the heel. Like I'll be
The,
like, thank God.
the changing of the face heel dynamic for those two in particular could be really good because we saw it was always heel Orton, 2007, 2009,
Yeah.
20 end of 2013 into 2014 with the whole unification bullcrap.
God, that was terrible. Yeah.
Oh, wasn't it just? Ugh.
It was bad. Yeah, it wasn't fun to
Like,
I
watch at all.
remember that.
Yeah.
But now
That
we
was
get to see
fun.
heel Cena going. My favorite thing from one of his promos was where he was like you guys are just selfish. It's always what do I get? I'm
I
like, wow, that was a really good line.
I think my favorite line from this recent Cena promos is I don't bury talent, I bury mediocrity because it's like, oh fuck.
That was good too. I'll
That,
give you that.
that's a
Yeah,
banger.
basically saying everyone that came before you is shit. Is basically what he said. Like, nobody here holds a candle to me. But it's for many people, this is such a great match because it's not just Cody versus Cena. It's what we basically feel like Cena should have been, but never was in Cody Rhodes, the guy who goes out there and is the man who does all the meetings, who does the Make a Wish and everything that Cena did do, but still has tenfold better matches because he's a better worker. All of Cody's matches are fairly memorable. His match with Roman Reigns was fucking spectacular. His stuff with Lesnar was actually really fucking good. He had that incredible match with Seth Rollins inside the cell, with a torn pectoral muscle, bonkers. Everything he's doing, he's going out there and having great fucking matches every single time. His match of AJ Styles in France was fucking phenomenal as well. Like he just does everything so.
You cheeky
Yeah, he
scamp.
just does. Yeah, I know, right? Cheeky. He just does everything so well. And for me, John Cena was undoubtedly an incredible all-time talent. But I feel like his matches were shit for the most part, or were very boring. They were the 5 moves of doom. And I know when you look back at Austin and Bret Hart and a lot of these other guys, a lot of them only did 5 moves, but it wasn't necessarily just about that. It was the psychology, it was the fluidity, it was the technique of how they wrestled. All of those things for me matched up to them being better workers all around. Cena was never a great worker, but he was a magnificent company man. He was the perfect spearhead, the perfect face for the company for the best part of 20 years. Cody Rhodes does the job better. So for a lot of us, he'll actually really ignite that fire in us of like, fuck's sake, Cena's a heel, which means he's instantly more entertaining, but he's still fucking us over by beating the guy who we really have kind of adorned and crowned as our new John Cena. So him coming back, beating him for the title at WrestleMania tells a great story and also fucking winds up, like you say, the IWC to a point where they're like, fuck you! They're going to get angry so that when Cena drops the belt, there's going to be an even bigger fucking pop. So maybe SummerSlam ends up, especially with SummerSlam being probably the biggest one they've ever done.
Yeah.
It seems to me makes sense that Cena walks in at SummerSlam, monster heel champion. Fuck you, I'm WWE champion. I'm the greatest ever because I've won 17 and no one else has done that. And then Cody's like, this is it. I either knock you off or my legacy means nothing.
It's in New Jersey as well, so I'm trying to think of like who do you put him against?
I thought it was in Detroit. Or was that last year?
That was last year. This year's in New Jersey. The two night.
SummerSlam. Was it in Detroit last year? Was
It
it?
was.
Oh, okay.
Was
New
that
Jersey.
that backlash?
What, the Meadowlands? What, that humongous fucking
Yeah,
stadium in New York?
I think it's MetLife. Yeah, MetLife Stadium where
That's fucking, that thing holds like 80,000.
Yeah, where Mania
That's
31
bonkers.
was, right?
Well, how ironic as well, because obviously Cena and The Rock took place in that stadium, didn't it? So,
I'm trying to think.
career defining.
Do you do Rock Cena one final
No,
time?
please no,
Oh,
no. That sounds awful. I don't want
please, for the
that.
love of God. I think the promos, I think you could tell a great story of like The Rock's like, look, I'm the monster, I'm the head of this thing, but I'm also
Final
Cena
boss.
goes out of control. Cena goes out of control and says, you know what? I sold my soul to you, but ultimately, I'm the fucking devil. Fuck you, Rock. Kicks him in the balls as well. The Rock's like, I shouldn't have trusted him, Cody. I'm sorry. And it's
The
like he
final
turns
boss.
it's like he's like Darth Vader and he takes his mask off. Like that's what The Rock ends up becoming. Like it'd actually be quite cool from that perspective. And then like Cena could like I don't know, maybe Cody like decides like no, and then The Rock gets executed by John Cena at fucking Bad Blood or some shit. I don't know. Like, there's opportunities, but I don't think it's gonna happen. And honestly, from what I can tell, The Rock is just so busy he can't be asked to turn up anymore. So I'm assuming he'll be at Mania. That's what I'm assuming. He must be getting involved in this main event.
Yeah, definitely.
He's got to interfere.
He must be. I forgot about another big defense for Cena. Seth Rollins.
Defense?
Yeah, defense.
Well, you fucking American football fan all of a sudden.
Defense.
Defense, yeah.
Stop saying the word and say your point.
As well. Yeah, get on with it.
Seth Rollins as well, because saying of like could do Seth Rollins, John Cena at some point.
No thanks.
Fair enough.
No, thank you.
Unless
All right,
Jon
so we've
Stewart's
all
coming
got
back, I don't
Cena
want
winning, have we? We've all got Cena winning.
Yeah.
100%.
Could be really awkward if Cody just does him in 20 minutes. All right. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, thanks for coming, Cena.
No.
So, yeah, cheers. To be honest, right, from a historic standpoint, here's an argument. Is John Cena as big a deal as Ric Flair if he doesn't win?
Ooh. I mean, Rick, the thing is, even if Cena does get number 17, Flair will still be like, that's not the real number and some bullshit like that. So
Why is it not a real number, though? Hasn't he officially won 17 world titles?
Flair's probably, I think Flair said he's won more, but they're like unofficial or something like that. So even if Cena does get 17, Flair will downplay it. So
I mean, he's probably too busy selling Woo energy drink to give a fuck at this point.
And Woo Wings. Woo Wings!
Yeah, and windmilling his dick of fucking waitresses. So I don't know.
Well, come on, man. That's just so Ric Flair, lol.
I know. Do you remember a while back? I think it's about a year ago now. There was a story. Apparently, he was in a restaurant, and somebody didn't know who he was. There was a blind woman there or something, a fan who didn't have a clue who he was. So he just wooed in her face, assuming she would know. Weirdest fucking story. Like he is proper in the grips of Outlaw, isn't he? Like he's going fucking mental, that geezer. Anyway, we shouldn't be talking about Ric Flair. We're talking about the main event of WrestleMania. We've all got Cena winning, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's night 2 of WrestleMania, previewed and predicted by yourselves. And of course, we hope to hear what you think. Indeed, in the comments, let us know what you think. Who's going over WrestleMania? Do you think we're full of shit? Do you hate this podcast? Please let us know. If you do hate it, please tell me how much you hate me. It's cool. I don't mind. And also, those people in the comments who are like, "You've got big tits." Certainly have, but I still get to suck on them, and you don't. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching the Wrestle Plug podcast, the worst wrestling podcast to ever exist. I've been Aaron X. She's been Athena Ray. He's been Carl Wilkinson. He's been Tanvir Verdi. And we will see you probably for a review, if we're not dead by that fucking point, on Monday or Tuesday.
Sleep deprivation.
Yeah, we're going to be fucked. If you're very lucky, we might review Night 1 of Mania straight afterwards, but we're all going to probably be dead afterwards. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We might be available. We might not. Either way, we'll try and get some more content out to you because we know it's been like 6 months. So yeah, hopefully you're just happy we're back. And if you're not happy we're back, good, because I like it when I disappoint you. Bye! Fucking the classic, the throwback.
No one else gets it.
No, they don't. That's proper old school. There's like 2 people in the world of Brawler. Oh, nice. I remember when Carl used to do that. No.